Today is an awesome day because we've got more carbon for the M3. But before we put it on, we've got to figure out a problem that we're having with this car that might actually prevent me from putting it on. And that has to do with what the previous owner did on this car. Now, it's nothing bad, or at least nothing bad that he did, but the last owner PPF'd this entire car, which PPF is extremely expensive. So I'm very glad that he did that and I got this spec because I didn't have to come out of pocket like 5 grand, 8 grand, sometimes even 10 grand for PPF. But just like not all carbon is made the same, not all PPF is made the same. This PPF shop used a laser cut method, which you can see some edges are exposed, and this rock chip that I got right above the headlight, right on the paint where the PPF ends. I'm like so freaking mad about this, but it is what it is. For free PPF, I'll take it. But today we're going to be installing a carbon fiber spoiler from Horizon Motorsports, and this thing is going to look a lot less stock than it does right now. The problem I'm having is when I bought this car, it originally came with a PSM high kick spoiler, but I'm really a huge fan of the way the OEM trunk spoiler on the M3 looks. I mean, if you look at the rear end, the entire rear end of the M3 is so boxy, so putting something like a high kick spoiler to me just doesn't do it justice. And even though the high kick spoiler is really nice, I just don't like those, so I took it off. And unfortunately, right here in the corner, you can see the effects of that. I ripped a fat hole in the PPF and I had to actually cut a triangle out because it looks so bad. You see the other imperfections when the spoiler came off, but what's really bad, you can kind of see right under here. All of this PPF is completely ripped, but I can't remember what it looks like, so I'm hoping that when we take this bad boy off, it's not completely ripped and obliterated under there. But we're headed over to my friend's PPF shop anyways to get the new spoiler PPF, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. But I hope that underneath this spoiler is not completely destroyed, because then I'd have to redo the entire trunk, and I really don't want this paint to peel off. GAT is 1 week away, and I'm not trying to get hit with the GAT curse, so let me show you what the spoiler looks like, and then we'll head over to the PPF shop, get it done, and hopefully this thing looks 10 times better and a lot less stock than it does right now. Let me show you what this thing looks like because it is beautiful. I'm gonna pull this big box out of here. We're literally in a random parking lot right now, so I hope no one thinks I'm doing anything weird. But the style of this spoiler, I think you guys are really gonna like. This is a CS style spoiler, so it looks very identical, if not exactly like the spoiler from the G80 M3 CS. I think by far this is probably one of the best spoilers that you can get on the car because it's not too round, it's not too boxy, and it is going to complement the rear end of the M3 so well. You can see it says G20 CS right there because the G20 and the G80 have the same exact trunk. But yeah, I think this is going to complement the rear end of the M3 so well, so let's go to the PPF shop and get it done. And just real quick, I want to give a big thank you to Horizon Motorsports for sending this out to me, and they helped me out with the front grills and the air inlets for the M3, and this really transformed the way the car looks, and it matches very, very closely, very, very well with the OEM carbon fiber. So big thank you to Horizon Motorsports. They've been a huge help for me on the M3 build. I'll leave them linked down below if you want to get any carbon fiber parts for your G80, F80, any BMW. Go ahead and check them out because they are a great group of guys that are actually car enthusiasts, not just another company that's looking to make money. All right, so we're at the PPF shop. I want to talk to you guys about the importance of PPFing your carbon fiber. My entire car is PPF from bottom to top, but it's very important to PPF your carbon fiber, especially this car with a carbon fiber roof, carbon fiber mirror caps, carbon fiber lip, and carbon fiber grills. And I'm at my friend Adam's shop, who also PPF'd the front grills for me and the lower air inlets. So I do want to give a big thank you and big shout out to him. I'll leave his business down in the description below if you're from the Nashville, Tennessee or Franklin, Tennessee area. He's one of the coolest guys and one of the best PPF shops that I've ever been to because he also did a great job PPFing the stock spoiler, but now that one's going to come off and we're putting on the BMW CS style spoiler. I think this is going to look pretty similar to the OEM spoiler, but I think it's going to be a little bit more pronounced, but still have a good shape. So I'm just going to use fishing line to kind of get at this, and it should come right off because I mean the car's been sitting in the heat all day. It does hurt a lot. I'm scared about what we're going to find under here because like I said, my last spoiler, the owner put that like really big high kick spoiler on, which I'm not really a fan of. But when I took it off and put the stock spoiler that he also left for me, I did make a couple of holes in the PPF, so I'm hoping that the holes aren't too bad. We're literally just flossing the 3M tape off, and this thing hurts my hands like crazy because it's fishing line. Almost there. There we go. Now this should just like kind of rip off, I guess. A lot of this like gooey 3M tape. Oh, it's just so nasty. Now we gotta figure out a way to get this 3M tape off, I guess. I'm just gonna try to peel this 3M tape off. And I made sure I got the good kind, so it's not gonna come out very easily. But the car has been sitting in the heat all day, so hopefully it does. So we finally got the stock one off, and surprisingly, there's not a lot of damage under here. There's a little bit of ripping in the PPF, but honestly, who really cares because you're not gonna see that with the new spoiler. The fishing line works so well. We literally just chopped everything off like we were flossing it. But this spoiler is gonna be set aside right now. Don't worry, it's PPF, so we can leave it on the floor. And let's test fit the CS spoiler from Horizon Motorsports. Damn, this looks beautiful. I love the way it looks, but just because the M3's rear is so boxy, and so many people put that like PS PSM high kick spoiler on it, and I don't really like those. You see the reflectors, they're pointing downward, the way the rear bumper is, the way the taillights are, everything is just so boxy. And I think this spoiler, the CS style, just makes it look so good and complements the rear end so much. And I really love that all the 3M tape is already provided on this right underneath. And you see it says G20 because this is also for the G20, because the G20 and the G80 do share the same exact trunk, so it will fit your M340 or 330i. So I'll take the 3M tape off and I'll see y'all in a second. So we just made it back from Gatlinburg Slammed Enough, and unfortunately we did have a casualty with some of the carbon fiber in the car, but it has nothing to do with the spoiler. It actually has to do with the carbon fiber grills in this car, which I'm really upset about, but it might be a simple fix. It's just annoying. I really like the carbon fiber from Horizon Motorsports because it fits perfectly with the OEM carbon fiber. This lip down here is an OEM M Performance lip. Carbon fiber grills did take a hit, unfortunately. I was driving over to Gatlinburg and I got hit with this massive rock, I'm guessing from behind a truck, but this is the reason why you PPF your carbon fiber. Unfortunately, the rock hit me so hard that it went straight through the PPF and just cracked the clear coat underneath. The PPF isn't even damaged, but this is a very simple fix, but the car looks amazing. Let me show you what it looks like from the back. So this is what the M3 looked like with the teeny tiny stock spoiler. This is what it looked like with the giant PSM spoiler that the previous owner put on it. I think the CS style is by far the best looking spoiler that you can put on this car because, like I said, it just flows with the body line so well. There's a lot of things I could have done to the M3, but I wanted to hold off to make sure I get the parts that I really wanted on it and make sure that I build this car exactly how I want to build it. I think the next thing we need is some front mount intakes, which Horizon Motorsports also sells, but before we do that, I think I'm going to go ahead and set my ECU out to get this thing tuned. I've been wanting to tune it for so long, but as for the aesthetics of this car, my god, this spoiler looks so good. I just love the way that it flows with the boxy rear end of this car. Don't put a high kick spoiler on or any of the regular ones that everyone gets. You've got to get this one. It just looks so perfect. I want to paint match the diffuser pieces and side skirts all to orange. Not the entire diffuser, just leaving this middle part right here, but I'll paint match this one, and this one that goes up and around. I think that by far looks the best. So many G80 owners are doing it and it just looks so perfect. Side skirts are also getting paint matched, but after we do that, we're going to also get some carbon fiber side skirts, maybe a carbon fiber rear diffuser to go in the middle or underneath those paint match pieces. But I really want this entire car to be paint matched, have the maximum amount of orange that we can have on it. Then after that, we will go ahead and add some more carbon fiber pieces. But as it sits right now, this thing is just perfect. With the carbon fiber grills and carbon fiber air inlets, big thank you to Horizon Motorsports for helping me out with those. And also big thank you to them for sending me out this beautiful looking CS style spoiler. I've been looking for a spoiler like this for so long, but I just haven't been able to find a style like this anywhere else on any other site. So big thank you to Horizon Motorsports. If you want to get some good carbon fiber parts for your car or a spoiler like this, I'll leave them linked down below. They've been a very big supporter of this G80 build and I'm so thankful for them, and they're an amazing group of guys. Plus their stuff matches perfectly with the OEM carbon fiber and this PPF is shining so well. So yeah guys, my name is Ryan. Make sure you follow me on all my socials down in the description below, Instagram and TikTok as well, to stay tuned with the greatest G80 build on the internet, or hopefully maybe one day the greatest G80 build on the internet. But I have tons of videos coming up for you guys. If you want to watch the carbon fiber grill install, I'll leave that video linked right over here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.